Hello everybody, welcome to an episode of The Morning Metro. It is April 28th, 2018, episode 8, I might add. I was going to make a joke out of it, but it's 888, and I ate breakfast, and I ate here.
And I ate multiple brownies.
Multiple brownies, yeah. So you're probably going to be like kind of a little bit jacked up for the show, I guess, today or something, so that's going to be kind of interesting.
Yeah.
But yes, hello everybody. We're back. I'm back on Twitch. I don't know how many of you missed me. Did you miss me? And Gertrude, how are you this morning?
I am doing fantastic. It's been a great day.
Yeah?
So far.
So
Even though
far?
I just woke up not too long ago.
Gertrude, I believe you're also going to be seeing a movie today. Do you want to tell the audience what movie you'll be seeing today?
We will be watching the Avengers Infinity War.
Infinity War. But we also want to welcome some people that are in the chat as well. Good morning, Olivia Lover. And I think I also saw somebody by the name of DJ Money. Thank you for the host and the follow as well. I hope you're doing well, sir, even though you might be lurking. That's perfectly okay. Oh, guys, also really quick, on this side of the screen, we have our new little rotating video, which I custom made in Vegas Pro, actually. So I'm very happy to be displaying this brand new video. And actually, we do have some TMM news. We're actually just going to have to slide out of this little intro here. We actually have some quick little TMM news. Sort of a, like, I didn't know this until now kind of a thing. So as you guys know, we've been posting on Google Play Music and iTunes for the very recently. And with that, I learned something very interesting, and I actually do have a bit of a story. Google Play Music does not sync as quickly as iTunes. It turns out it actually takes up to about 24 hours or so from the time that I post on hearthis.at for it to sync. Because it uses a weird RSS feed thing. So for those of you that are listening on Google Play Music after this show's been posted, if you don't see our episodes posted right away, don't panic. We didn't forget you. We're just waiting for Google to decide they want to go grab the RSS feed for it to be pulled into the listing. And on iTunes, apparently it syncs it a lot faster. I don't know why. Just apparently Apple just does it better. I guess it just shows, Apple versus Google. This could be a whole discussion into itself. But I just want to let you know that we haven't forgotten. It's just a bit of a weird sync issue. So I'm gonna have to figure out, maybe I might have to post the audio maybe on like a Sunday for it to be ready on like a Monday to show up. I don't know. We'll have to try. I'll have to try that maybe on Sunday night and see what happens. And also, too, like Gertrude briefly mentioned, also you'll notice in the little video here as well, but those of you who are listening, you won't see this little video. The Morning Metro officially has a Twitch channel. So if you want to go ahead and those of you that have Twitch accounts, if you don't, that's okay. If you want to go follow twitch.tv/The Morning Metro. So basically what's going to be happening is TMM is going to be switching where it's streamed. It will no longer, in season 5, which is in 2 more episodes, so this one, episode 9, episode 10. After episode 10, going into season 5, we will be streaming completely anything TMM on at twitch.tv/The Morning Metro. So if you guys want to go follow that, you should. And then that's where the morning show here will be broadcasted. And of course, we'll still be the two of us, obviously, Gertrude and myself. So you guys, I wanted to give you a heads up before we do that, because we decided we want to kind of like go everything together, as well as also the Morning Metro rant will be available over there as well, but not as live as a actually pre-recorded show as well. So I wanted to check your mic settings. So I just thought I'd let you guys know that that's what's going on. And with that, we can go ahead and actually jump into our first article on Gertrude. My mic should be perfectly fine. I know what's going on Twitch. I don't know what you're listening to. But okay.
No, I'm listening to you on Discord, and I didn't know if you had your helium and balloon settings on or something.
Why does nobody tell me about this bug? It happens. Okay, let me fix this. Hold on.
Great. It's awesome. If you tell me, if you give any spoilers about Infinity War, I will have to block you for at least 24 hours. So there is the warning. I'm not trying to be mean at all. I'm about to see Infinity War today, and I do not want to hear any spoilers.
Spoilers. All right. Is my mic fixed now? Why didn't you tell me my mic was fluky?
Oh, it works so much better now.
Yeah, you should have told me my mic was fluky. That's great.
That's why I sent you the message.
That I just now saw. That's great. Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry for that. Okay.
Thank you, Jaganar.
Okay, those of you who are just listening in audio, I have a weird bug with my mic, and it does that. But that's okay. We fixed it. We're going to go ahead and move on. All right, moving on to the first article. When I'm trying to remember how to do this. Wow. So, I don't know who here believes in climate change. I certainly don't, because I don't believe in that. But apparently, climate change may be actually a bit of a, maybe caused by something you may not even suspect. Apparently, according to CBN.com, and I'm actually going to read off my show notes. Let's see, where is it? Yep, whether you want to believe it or not, the facts are real that climate change is not real. Oh, wow, I didn't realize I created an irony sentence there. According to CBN.com, climate change skeptic Mark Morano, was quoted saying, despite another long and terrible winter, most of the establishment and media continue to push the global warming threat, except now they call it climate change, but how much of it do you really know about it? There's actually a video here. I'm going to see if I can play some of this video. Credit to CBN.com, of course.
This was the Midwest a few weeks ago. Another blizzard. After a brutal winter, a cold and snowy spring. Climate scientists used to say winters would be a thing of the past because of climate change. Now they say it's making them worse. They also blame climate change for war, hurricanes, volcanic eruptions, and even a decline in mental health. The world now spends $1 billion a day to keep the Earth from warming. Al Gore says the Earth is like a sick child that has a fever. And we're told that 97% of scientists believe climate change is happening. But is it? In his best-selling book, The Politically Incorrect Guide to Climate Change, climate skeptic Mark Morano shares the facts you haven't been told and argues that the bad news about the Earth's climate is wrong.
Well, this is an intriguing title. It's called A Politically Incorrect Guide to Climate Change. I thought it'd be something I'd be glad to get hold of. It's fascinating. And the author of it is Mark Morano. He's joining us. He's with something called Climate Depot. Mark, it's good to have you with us.
Hey,
thanks.
Thank you, Pat. Happy to be here. Appreciate it.
You've been called everything, MF and all the dirty words you can think of. You've been vilified around the country. Why?
Because I've committed heresy in their minds. I've stood up to the United Nations and Al Gore and challenged their doctrine of man-made climate change. And that's what they do. They intimidate, threaten.
Down the road, say 20 years from now, is Miami going to be underwater? Is Hawaii going to be underwater? Is the New York or the streets of Manhattan going to be flooded? What's coming off?
Well, what's coming on is in the book, I actually detail peer-reviewed studies showing that there's been no acceleration in sea level. And Al Gore in his film shows that, Florida's half underwater, not just Miami. Miami is actually sinking. It's called subsidence. But there's no acceleration in the global sea level, so you cannot link that to mankind is always battling the shores. Sea levels have been rising for 10,000 plus years since the end of the last ice age. And for right now, for Gore to come up with all these future scare scenarios and get people terrified when there's no scientific basis right now for that at all, that's one of the cons, is what I call this, in this climate debate. They scare people. And when current reality fails to scare them, whether it's temperature, polar bears, sea level, they make scarier and scarier predictions of the future so they can try to get up support.
What is the ultimate game? Is it some kind of a power play to take over the world economy? Is that what it is?
Well, since the 1960s, the modern environmental movement has been essentially hijacked by the left. And what they've tried to do, and in the book I go back to the 1960s and 70s to the other environmental scares, things like resource scarcity, we're going to run out of food, we're going to have famines, we're going to have overpopulation, there's too many people, the global cooling scare. And I show that those scares all had the same solutions they're proposing today. It was a different environmental scare, same solution. And the solutions are centralized planning, wealth redistribution, and sovereignty-threatening international organizations. And the UN is very open. Environmental climate policy isn't about the environment. We want to redistribute wealth by climate policy. They openly call for global governance. So they're just using global warming as the latest environmental scare in order to achieve that agenda.
Well, I think that is interesting, though not surprising. And actually, to kind of take it a bit step further, there's a website out there called geoengineeringwatch.org or something like that, and they've actually, it's been it's been heavily documented that actually the planes, when they fly over, they're spraying like this borium type stuff into the air that's actually affecting how the weather like acts and shifts and stuff, probably instated by the UN. Because it kind of makes sense now when you think about it. If they're able to manipulate the weather, they can then manipulate, as Mark Morano stated, the wealth of the world and resources and stuff.
Yep. It can also be used for war. It can
Yes.
also be used for war, manipulating the weather. I mean, could you imagine being able to put an earthquake wherever you want in the world, even to places that are known for, rarely or never having earthquakes? All of a sudden they go, hey, you know what? We want that area to have a magnitude 10 earthquake, everybody's dead.
It reminds me of playing City Skylines, and they're like, "A tornado has hit the city. The advisor is saying to find all shelters as quickly as possible. The Weather Service has detected a fire in your area." Sorry, I'm playing cities too much.
According to Creature says weather warfare has been banned by the UN. But I'm thinking, if you don't want to listen to the laws that the UN puts forward, if that's actually the case, haven't done research that they've actually banned it. I would assume they would have. If you're wanting to destroy the UN, why would you follow their rules? I mean, you do everything against their rules. But as far as global warming goes, I've done a little bit of research on this, not a whole bunch. But what I have found and what I have read is that itself is going to do this whether we're here or not. I mean, the Ice Age happened a couple times, I don't know how many times, and it was when humans weren't around at all.
Well, okay,
And
I mean,
the
Ice Age happened after Noah's flood because the dramatic shift of the water vapor collapsing in because of the Earth flooding itself, and then that changed the whole environment as it is to where we have it now.
That could be there.
Sticking some creationism in this. Go on.
Yes, indeed. In a whole, though, what's actually going on here is I think the world is just going through its own natural cycle. Are we affecting it at all? Yes, I do believe we are having an effect on it, but nowhere near the degree that they're actually thinking. I bet you we're only affecting it maybe 5 at most.
They did put, Creature says in chat, they did put restrictions on weather altering during warfare and after Vietnam because the U.S. flooded atmosphere above Vietnam with water and chemicals to extend the monsoon season. Yes, but even still, again, there's been websites and evidence to prove all this, that there is a sort of sub-government that's and sub-entities that are wanting to change things for their own advantage. I mean, it's there. You just have to do the research about it. But anyway, I just thought this was just an interesting article. Kind of put shed some light on, really, where the bad guys and stuff kind of are in this world and stuff, and kind of scary and interesting at the same time. So, any more thoughts on Scourge Time? We're just gonna move on. I don't know if you were done with your
not
statement.
really.
No. Okay. Cool.
The whole global warming thing's just
It's a
one
bust.
big scam.
It's a scam.
I mean, they spend. If you read through the article, we've already spent as a whole over $1 billion on this whole global warming thing, and it states in there we spend about $1 billion a day on this whole global warming thing. Are you kidding me?
Mm-hmm.
It's a scam. Do you know how much money is saved there if we don't, spend that much money on it?
Yeah,
That's a lot of money.
We could save
Multiple times
so
over.
much. We could save so much money, honestly, if we didn't spend for that bull crap. But people and things are not very bright. So, yeah.
They're not the brightest bulb in the box.
Nah, not the brightest lamp on the desk, are they? And they're there's one fry short of a Happy Meal.
Mm-hmm.
Happy Meal. All right, so we're gonna head and move on down the article train, and I think this was I think Gertrude wanted to do this
that's
article.
me.
Yeah, you wrote this.
That's
Please go
me.
ahead and take this article.
Okay, in a Fox News poll, they're considering who's considering to deleting Facebooks, and overall, many users are saying yes. Okay, so the latest Fox News poll finds a large minority of current Facebook users have considered deleting their profiles, including almost half of the tech-savvy millennials. The poll also shows most users are lurkers rather than active posters. That's me. I'm a lurker. I don't post that much.
Same.
I'll share stuff, but I usually don't post much.
I'll post unless I absolutely have to post.
Yes, indeed. Nearly 3/4, 73% of current users say they care if Facebook shares their information with others, and a large 43% minority have thought about deleting their account in order to protect their privacy. 11% of voters overall say they used to have a Facebook account but don't anymore. So the users, 50%, and millennials, 46%, are more likely than baby boomers, 36%, to say the delete my account option has crossed their mind. Now, I personally have thought about just deactivating my account. There's a big difference. When you delete your account, it's gone. You can never get back. According to Zuckerberg, once you delete the account, that's it. You're not getting back. But when you deactivate your account, what it basically does is it makes your entire account invisible. Nobody can see it or anything like that. And then when you're ready to come back, you just reactivate it and everything comes back and you just keep going as if nothing ever happened. Still, more than half of users haven't contemplated scrapping this site from their lives, which is 54%. The poll released Thursday comes after reports in March that Cambridge Analytica, a political data firm associated with the Trump campaign, collected the private information of as many as 87 million Facebook users without their permission. Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg testified before Congress on April 10th and 11th, which, by the way, Mark Zuckerberg, during that entire meeting, congressional meeting, I mean, I watched the entire thing.
Mm-hmm.
He's horrible. Even so, Facebook manages to net a positive rating, 48% favorable versus 41% unfavorable, beating out Zuckerberg's 37% versus 45%, and Twitter's 37% and 39%.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a Facebook, and yeah, I kind of barely use it of sorts. I pop on there, I scroll, I nod, I might comment, and then I leave, and I'm back to Twitch and Twitter and YouTube, and that's kind of where my life is. Let's see. Apparently, Olivia Liver has some disagreements about Fox News, but that's okay. So we're all allowed our differences in opinion. That's fine. That's fine. But deleting Facebook. That is such a. It's like a. Oh, I need a sound effect. Hold on. I need a couple sound effects. Okay, this is my feeling about this. First of all. Okay, and then followed by. I mean, it's so like you would almost be doing yourself a favor. It's like wait, hold on a second. I deleted Facebook. Welcome back to the land of the living. So yeah, that's kind of how I would sort of feel about when it comes to Facebook, like the fact that people would actually consider deleting it, like if you do a good job. But I mean, I know, but then again, I know also some degree, some people somehow still manage to use it to be social. What? But apparently they still do. So that's kind of thing. Creature says in the chat, I'd rather use MySpace than Facebook. Lol. There was a better section about the Fortnite. Asteroids. Okay, I have to go look at that. Apparently, there's an article that I missed about that. But yeah, it's just kind of just interesting the poll stats that people would actually consider deleting their Facebook. And honestly, with the political agenda that Facebook has, I'm not even really surprised. And honestly, yeah, I watched part of that article,
committee.
But committee of Mark Zuckerberg and stuff. And like Mark Zuckerberg, like he was asked some questions, and then he would go, I was not aware of that. I didn't know. I was not aware of that. And like, you just kind of sit there and they would ask him questions, and his brain and his computer would just like not compute the questions, you know?
Or his favorite answer was, my team will follow up with you on that.
My team will follow up with you on that. Sounds like political jargon.
Okay.
Yeah.
You don't want to actually give us the answers?
No.
I mean, you need to come prepared.
Yeah, but he's a millennial too. And it's kind of annoying. Facebook started originally in a college like dorm room, and then like erupted to the biggest social platform out there and stuff. And I'm just kind of like, how does that happen? Why is that a thing? So I don't know. It's there. It's whatever. So. Yeah, but for those of you that are concerned about privacy when you're on Facebook or on like surfing in general, Cloudflare has a new DNS, and unfortunately I don't remember what DNS is. Maybe Gertrude can look this up for me while I go over this article.
I'm pretty sure it's Digital Network Server.
So basically, Cloudflare has released a new DNS
domain name system.
Domain name system, that's what it is. Thank you. Domain name system that is actually not only public but also secure and private as well. Hey, Castlemania, welcome back. He says, where's Gert's beard thingy?
Beard thingy.
Scatty.
It's gone. It's gone. It's coming back though. It's coming back.
So basically, they've released a new domain name service that not only actually, so when you enter into your, either Windows network card or into your Mac settings or whatever, or even in your router, it basically will, Cloudflare will not save your saved site searches. They will not sell your information. They also have stated that it is one of the fastest DNSs out there. And let's see, there's a couple other little things in here. I was sort of skimming this article, but my thing honestly was the security and also the speed. I already have fast internet, but honestly, I will be honest, using Cloudflare's DNS has been a lot faster. Like I'm getting like a literal full 200 down from my ISP, which is amazing. And my upload is like around like 12.2, which was a little bit more than it was before and stuff. So yeah, if you want to search the internet a little bit more securely, you can check out the new DNS, which for those of you that are nerdy and listening on SoundCloud or not SoundCloud, wow, I'm on my old service, on iTunes and Google Play Store, the primary DNS is 1.1.1.1, and the secondary DNS, because you have to enter in both primary and secondary, or the backup one, is 1.0.0.1. So if you want to use this to kind of have not only faster internet, if you're having trouble kind of surfing internet with your ISP, throttling or whatever, maybe consider using Cloudflare's DNS and also searching more privately and securely. Gertron, have you tried this out? I mean, I have. I don't know about you. And did you notice a difference?
I have been testing my internet connection, and it I didn't really noticed a big difference, mostly because my internet connection's already like super fast. Anyways,
Mm-hmm.
check something. Uh, actually blocked a website, but I'll have to change my settings back to default to verify that or not. But
Yeah.
I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah, but I originally Linus Tech Tips actually that he did a video about it that is way more better explained than I'm explaining it. But I think we kind of get the basic idea that like SoundCloud apparently just wants to be that one company that really does provide. Because unfortunately, what happens is that at a regular ISP, they'll basically log the sites you've been to. And some ISPs will sell your information, and they won't delete the records of sites that you searched. SoundCloud will basically, when you go to use their query service...
You did it again.
What?
Did it again. You
SoundCloud?
said SoundCloud instead of Cloudflare.
Cloudflare, SoundCloud, they're all kind of clouds, right? They're all in the cloud. I mean, they're all kind of in the cloud.
Exactly. I gave you the once, but when you said it the second time, I had to break in on that one.
That's fine. No, you should correct me because I really need to stop. I'm tired, okay? I slept through my alarm. I'm tired.
Yeah.
I'm really trying. I am struggling. I gotta be honest. I am struggling right now. I'm really trying to do this show, and I'm tired.
You want a brownie grid?
Sure, I'll take the. Yeah, give me the brownie. I'll take that. Yeah. I'll take the brownie. Thanks. This is gluten free.
Probably not. It's probably full of gluten.
Oh, okay. Not too bad. I didn't have my coffee yet either, so I probably need to make my coffee. Messing up. Oh gosh. All right. Well, anyway, basically, check out Cloudflare. Check out the DNS. See if you feel like you have a little bit better internet. Go from there, and all this stuff. But yes, I see what's going on in chat. I know. I see you guys all chatting there. I'm sorry. I was just trying to stay focused on it because I am still tired. But yeah. Live, love, enjoy the birthday party you have to go to, please. All right. So moving on to the next article. This is pretty cool because I like Transformers.
Yeah, we're talking Transformers here.
Transformers. This video is super cool, by the way. This video is absolutely like massively amazing. Let me just play this video really quick. So basically, it's an actual autonomous. Well, not autonomous, but it's basically an actual robot that transforms into a car. No lie. Yeah, check this out. That's amazing. That is so cool.
Wow.
That is really wow.
Epic.
Unfortunately, it's not street legal though.
I would imagine it wouldn't be street legal.
But that is sick.
Could you imagine driving down the street with that thing and then all of a sudden at a stop sign? And imagine they have it upgraded to the point where it can do it quickly. You're at a stop sign, all of a sudden you can go robot mode, then back to car mode. Everybody be like, whoa!
That is super sick. That is just too cool.
It can punch things. Who cares about horsepower? It can punch things.
But yes, a Japanese technology firm has built a robot that transforms into a car. Gertrude, go ahead and read this, and I won't take your thunder.
Gravy. All right, the J Deep Ride takes 60 seconds to change from being a humanoid robot that can walk very slowly into a drivable but not street legal car. It's the culmination of a project that began 15 years ago and has gone through several smaller permutations. The 12-foot-tall final product is a joint venture between Brave Robotics, another robotics company named Asterisk, and amusement park rider builder Sensi Technologies, according to Reuters. It's don't plan to save the world with it, but we'll be showcasing it at an event in an effort to inspire imagination. Now,
that is so sick.
with this being built like this, totally believe have cars that can transform. I'm just saying.
Now,
High tech as the actual Transformers on the Transformer movies, but I do see some benefits from this.
I actually do too. Go ahead and state yours, but I have some ideas as well. What benefits do you see this being able to for a transforming car? What do you think?
Early, of course.
What?
Yeah.
Sorry, your mic cut out
A
there.
tank rolling up on
Oh
you.
yeah. A tank.
A
Yeah.
tank rolling up on you, and then all of a sudden it just turns into this
I don't have a robot voice.
fighting machine.
I wish I had a robot voice, but I don't have a robot voice. But you know, like the sound that they make. You know, I can't do it. Yeah.
And then instead of drive, could you imagine walking instead of driving? You can get good exercise with that.
Wait, the robot getting exercise
no.
walking? Oh.
Yes, better than using the wheels. Save.
Okay.
Hey,
Okay.
If your tires wear out on your car, transform into the Transformer robot, and you just walk.
What I see,
No problem. Get up and walk it off.
I think what I see out of this in more practical use is I can see this for rescue operations. Okay, so imagine if you're in a really bad like environment, whatever, say like, I don't know, like a fire or maybe on the force, whatever, and you need to like to transform your chopper from from dumping water to suddenly transforms, and then it has big like two hydro like water cannons or something like that, or like emergency vehicles that not only are ambulances but also transform and like pick up whole sections of building to take buildings apart to help save human lives and stuff like that. I mean, there's so many. If this could actually get pushed as not just a toy but an actual thing, that would be really amazing. That's impractical, it says Creature in chat. No, it's not. I don't think it is. Livy Lover says in chat, why Transformers? They should change into the Power Rangers morph thing. I want to be a wolf.
No, boy.
Oh, dear.
Well, no, okay. There are other things that could happen here.
Go for it.
Actually transforming into like an actual robot like this. Transform into something else. Okay. So imagine this. You're driving in a semi. You pull into an empty lot, a fairly empty lot, and then all of a sudden the entire thing transforms into a house. Ready to go. Now, that actually. Did you know that?
Wait, what?
They've created a semi. It looks kind of like a oversized semi that actually turns into a house.
Wow. That sounds kind of cool. I want a Lambo that transforms, says Castlemania. Liv Ever says, that battery, how do you charge it? Yeah, that's a good question. Well, a solar panel. Solar panels. Just saying. Maybe. Or maybe you every 1,000 transformations you plug it into a wall outlet. I mean, I don't know. Could be a thing.
It's me.
But yeah, but very, very cool. It's kind of fun to see something. It's always fun to see something in a sci-fi world come to reality in the practical world and stuff, at least in our world and everything. I think that's really super cool. So yeah, definitely really, really awesome. And I would love to actually see this used for bigger things than just a toy, because right now I see this as just being a toy. Okay, well, see you, Castlemania. Thanks for dropping in. A Creature says, holy moly, that electric bill would be off the charts. Yeah, it would be off the charts, definitely. So we're gonna move on to some music news. This is kind of unfortunately a bit old news now, but with some updated information. But popular EDM artist Avicii unfortunately passed away almost a week. Would have been a week yesterday. Unfortunately, he was battling some depression. I guess ended up taking his own life, which is really unfortunate. I'm really, really sorry to hear that, because I really liked his music too. Avicii died after taking his own life. RollingStone.com report is saying, our beloved Tim was a seeker, a fragile artistic soul, searching for answers to existential questions. Berling's family said, an overachieving perfectionist who traveled and worked hard at a place that led to extreme stress. Berlinger, is that? Yeah, Berlinger was at a forefront of EDM movement that began to dominate the pop landscape in the early 2000s. His work, 2011 track Levels, which featured a sample of Etta James' Something's Got to Hold On Me, became a crossover smash that topped the charts in dozens of countries. In 2013, he partnered with soul singer Alio Block for Wake Me Up, a track that blended EDM and country, and picked at a number 4 on the Hot 100. Probably butchered some of those names, but that's okay.
Well,
no, not the Avicii deal. Yeah, I'm sorry. It was some music news because I also enjoyed listening to Avicii as well. But yeah, he was, from what I read, he was a very successful, very, very successful artist, and it's really unfortunate to hear that, like, to hear that the guy was, it sounds like the guy was just searching for answers to life and stuff. Livy Lover says in chat, you want to know how I deal with the Avicii death thing? I don't know who he is. Yeah, I understand. If you didn't follow EDM music, which is electronic dance music, that's basically the style that he produced and stuff, and was really well known for it and everything. But we at TMM are really sorry to hear of this, and stuff, and everything. Creature, please be nice in chat, and everybody knows who VG is. Please be respectful. Thank you. But yeah, thank you guys. Or that is to say, we're sorry to hear this loss, basically. Gertrude, did you know who VG was, or did you listen to any of his music at all?
wow.
No.
Wow.
Okay. Well, anyway, I did, and I'm saddened by this, but at least we have his amazing tracks to remember him
I'm
by.
saddened by it too.
Yeah.
It's he kills himself based off of depression.
Yeah, that honestly is really frustrating.
People messed up.
So, our hearts go out to his family and everybody involved with the situation. We love you guys at TMM and stuff. So, yeah. But anyway, just some small music news. But we're gonna head and shift. Oh gosh, it just gets more depressing, actually.
Yes, it does.
Oh, come
Both
on.
depressing and outrageous. I've been following this story all week long.
All right, go ahead
It
and take this.
finally happened.
It's not intentional to be depressed. It's just what we talked about today. Don't worry, we end on some game news because I'm excited at the last article. But go ahead and take this article.
You see, and that's why I changed the article format, because I wanted something good at the end rather than something sad.
Got you. Okay, well, go ahead and follow, because this is honestly outrageous. This really is. Go ahead.
Outrageous. It's so depressing. I don't know if anybody here has been reading up or watching any of the reports on a British toddler named Alfie Evans. He's been in the hospital since 2016 with some neurological issues in a coma. And they're thinking, this kid's gonna die. So here over the last week, the British system decides, you know what? Pull his life support. And the parents are like, no, we don't want to do that. And they're like, well, we got to. And then you got Italy and Germany both saying, hey, we'll let you bring him over here. We'll let you bring him over here, and we'll see what we can do to help him, rather than just letting him die. But the British government and the British hospitals like, nope, can't do that. And Germany actually had an Airbus ready to come pick him up and get him out of there, but UK was like, nope, not going to have it. Italy even went as far as to saying, you know what, we're going to grant citizenship to Alfie Evans. That's how bad they wanted to help him.
Yeah.
But
wow.
did he say, okay, let him go over there? No. And it gets even worse. When they took the kid off life support against the parents' wishes, they did not feed the kid for 24 hours.
What?
24 plus hours. They didn't even feed him. They were just like, let him die. And he continued.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Nobody got time for that. he continued to live. He was getting oxygen and water, but that
Mhm.
was it. And then they decided, hey, let's take away his oxygen as well.
Like you're sitting here,
Oxygen.
you're like, really?
Exactly. And I'm actually, it is so outrageous. And he still lived. Even after taking him off oxygen, he was breathing on his own.
So
they
like,
took away food, and it's
you know, and this is kind
Now-
of what's reduced about this. Like the British government as a whole is getting, and actually I meant to have an article about this because I wanted to talk about this, and I don't even know if I can find the article. The British government is getting ridiculous. Okay, there was actually a story I heard a little, and speaking of ridiculous things, there was a story of a girl who posted a photo on Instagram that contained some racially controversial lyrics, and because she lived in Britain, she ended up receiving like either a fine or jail time because she posted lyrics that someone else made that weren't her own, that the government's like, hate speech, we can't, we have to have our thought police. No, sorry, you're fine. Like, there's been more and more, like, I'm sorry, I love British people, but dag nabbit, y'all are nuts. Y'all are nuts.
Exactly. Now, as of this morning at 2:30 a.m., Evans, whose parents fought against the British medical court systems in hopes of giving him treatment they hope might prolong his life. Evans tweeted this news Saturday morning. My gladiator laid down his shield and gained his wings at 2:30, Evans wrote on social media. Absolutely heartbroken. Governor Mike Huckabee up at 3 a.m. for an early flight and learned that little Alfie had died. Maybe he would have, even if the government had allowed his parents to take their own child to Italy to seek other treatment, but we'll never know. Alfie is dead. Government is not God. Now, here's the thing. The UK government wouldn't even let the parents take the kid home to die. They were like, no, not going to happen. I'm sorry, but that is so dumb. Pope got involved.
Yeah.
The Pope was like, go to Italy, let the kid go and get help. I'm just thinking over here, if the UK hospital if the parents were willing to take the risk, because their whole reasoning for not letting the parents take the kid to Italy is because that maybe during flight, the kid, because the environmental change and the stimulus change, would go through uncontrollable seizures.
Yeah.
And thinking, okay, but if the parents are willing to take that risk,
Yeah.
the parents have a choice.
Yeah.
They should just let the parents do it. The parents understand the kid might die on the way, but at least they tried rather than horrifically killing this kid.
Yeah, and not only that, you know, like you have to think about it. Like, and one question my mom begged last night was, why didn't the Queen get involved with this? It's her government, it's her country. Would she have done the same thing to her own family members? Would she have let this bullcrap go on? Like, it's really, this is sick and wrong. And again, the government this is what happens when you start like having sort of socialist type of healthcare or whatever. I don't know if this has to do with socialist healthcare, but I'm just saying if this were a case of socialist healthcare, this is a bad example of socialist healthcare. You do not want this in your country. You don't want socialism at all in your country.
Yeah.
Because it dictates what the government, you are dictated, you are told by the government what you can and cannot do.
And
You know?
Reason why they took the kid off life support and was ready to let the kid die is because of money. I researched on it. It was because he was too much of a financial burden.
That's ridiculous.
The kid wasn't getting better. According to the kid was getting worse, but they put on life support. Okay, become a financial. Now, honestly, maybe Italy couldn't have done anything. But Italy was willing to actually try. And reading and watching some more news reports, they never actually officially diagnosed the kid. They did not know exactly what was going on. They just ideas and saw symptoms. They did not officially diagnose the kid. So for all they know, they could have sent the kid to Italy if the kid survived the flight to Italy, and Italy could have been like, oh, that's what it is, and oh, this is what we need to do to fix it, and oh, the kid's back, and he'll be alive for the next 70, 80 years.
Yeah, and honestly, like if I were the parents, I'd be leaving England. I'd be seriously just reconsidering where I lived and everything that I know about life. Doctors in every country, as a creature says in chat, doctors in every country take a pledge to not do harm to the life. Every doctor involved that the boy just broke that pledge and should be fired. Yes, they should, and I completely agree, creature. Everybody that was on that case. Go on.
I was reading another thing. The same thing happened in Britain several years back.
Mm-hmm.
Not the same kid, obviously, but it's a different kid, different deal. And the parents, even though British people told them you can't take them anywhere to get, parents illegally took the kid out of Britain and took him, I think, to Singapore. I can't remember exactly.
I think I remember that case. Yeah, I think I do remember that case.
They took him to another part of the country, and they fixed the.
Yeah.
And the kids living. Parents went to jail for like a year or two or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's honestly just ridiculous that like this had to happen. Like this was a thing to begin with. So yeah, just my gosh, Britain, get it together, please. You're setting a bad example for everybody else. Come on. Not that you should be setting. I mean, every country should try to set an example, but this is, if anything, they showed how not to do something. So yeah, I am honestly sorry for the parents that lost their child. That really sucks, and that's sick and wrong. But you know, medical system as a whole is sick and wrong. But that's a whole commentary unto itself, honestly. Look over says in chat. Okay, time to go to Canada. Screw Britain. Oh man. All right, moving on to the last article of the day. Trying to end on a good note, although maybe it depends on how you look at it, because well, I guess it's kind of a good note. Yeah, there has been a new Tomb Raider game announced, and I am hyped. Just like that guy. Jagneer, by the way, I have nothing against Britain. I still love you guys. It's just the system that's messed up. Yeah, so Crystal Dynamics has finally announced a new Tomb Raider game, and it's called Shadow of the Tomb Raider. I'm going to head and read this comes from TheVerge.com. Report is saying, Lara Croft's next adventure looks like it will be the darkest yet. After teasing the next game in the series in March, Square Enix has finally shown off the upcoming Shadow of the Tomb Raider with an extended trailer today. Actually, it would have been yesterday, which was April 27th, 2018. While it doesn't show much of how the game will play, the new clip gives a good idea of the tone, and things don't seem that good for Lara. The 3-minute trailer shows her struggling through a dark jungle, questioning what will I become, according to Square. The game will task Lara with saving the world from a Mayan apocalypse. Ooh. The new game is being helmed by Deus Ex Studio Eidos Montreal, which took over the series from Crystal Dynamics. And unlike the two most recent games in the series, it'll be launching across all platforms simultaneously. Shadow of the Tomb Raider will be available on Xbox One, PS4, and PC September 14th. And that is...
But wait until a month after that to actually get the game, because usually when a game is first released,
it has bugs.
There's bugs, there are issues. If you wait about a month, they usually get them fixed.
I disable. No, I don't want to disable. No, don't. Just continue site. No, I want to. Thank you, PC. It did the same thing to me too. It did the exact same thing it did to you this morning.
Oh, did it give you the less than nice picture?
No, it I didn't even notice. I just told to continue on. And also, PC Gamer had a first impressions of the game as well. So did I write this? Please tell me, this is from PC Gamer. Cool. All right, I got to read this part. According to my show notes, according to PCGamer.com, in Shadow of the Tomb Raider, Lara Croft has raided one tomb too many and triggered the apocalypse by removing a sacred dagger from its resting place. The sinister Trinity organization is also hunting for Mayan artifacts in hope that they can stop the apocalypse Lara has started. Cool. And use the ancient magic to remake the world. Uh-oh. Laura's a great hero, and even though she accidentally triggered the end of the world, it was in a gung-ho adventuring spirit. It's nice. It's a nice turnaround from the grueling suffering of first 3 Tomb Raider reboots, and I'm genuinely interested to see how Laura will carry the guilt of a tomb raid gone wrong. Exploring a jungle in the middle of the apocalypse could be seriously good setting too. And according to TheVerge.com, unlike the 2 most recent, okay, as I said, it'll be released on all the simultaneous platforms. The part about the platform release, though, is actually really important because Rise of the Tomb Raider, for a while, had an Xbox exclusive release, and that triggered most of the entire Tomb Raider community, including myself. So it's nice that we're actually seeing a simultaneous release. The idea of a Mayan apocalypse, first of all, the Mayans are really, like, if you look culturally, they were really kind of disturbing. Like, they did, like, human sacrifice and stuff, and that's kind of creepy and gross. And honestly, the trailer for the game, I really hate game trailers, because I feel like they always misrepresent video games when you first watch them. This trailer was a good example of a misrepresentation of the game. And I honestly won't play it because it was kind of like weird and disturbing to some degree. So I won't, just for sake of our audience here, I won't actually play it. But I really hope that, like, contrast to the trailer, I hope it will be really a very good game. Gertron, thoughts on this at all? I know you're not a Tomb Raider fan, but what do you think?
I may take a look at it. I don't know. It kind of just depends. I'm not a huge Tomb Raider fan, but I do understand that it's a very popular game amongst Tomb Raider people who have watched Tomb Raider.
That's kind of like,
I will say I have watched Tomb Raider, not the newest ones. I remember watching the
watch
older
new
ones.
one. It's so good. Once you watch it, I could talk about it, because I don't want to spoil it for you. I've been dying to talk about it on TMM for forever, and I'm like, when is he gonna watch it?
When I can watch it for free.
Cheap.
That's what I gotta say on that one. But you know, those things, you know, I hope it turns out well. I hope it gets good ratings.
Yeah,
from what
me
I
too.
understand, the other ones had decent ratings, so hopefully
I
the same
honestly-
one happens here.
The first reboot game, didn't play it, was like watching a horror film, wouldn't have played it. Rise of Tomb Raider was extremely good. I have literally played that. That has replay value to me. This one I hope has the same amount of replay value as well. So it'll be really interesting to see how the game plays out. I think I bought Rise of Tomb Raider before watching gameplay. This one I might watch gameplay before I buy it. I don't know yet. We'll see. I'm hoping that CD and IDOS will release some more, like, hints of the game rather than just like this misrepresentation trailer. But yeah, there's something to look forward to in September. I'm glad it's not an exclusive thing. Thank you, God. So yeah, cool, super cool stuff, super cool articles. I'm sorry I only did this one, I was half tired, but that's okay. But we're gonna head and wind down this episode and everything as I try to get our and there's our outro music playing. But thank you guys so much for watching and hanging out and chatting with us. Gertron, always a pleasure. Any other thoughts on this, on anything we talked about today before we head off? Or are you all good here?
Nope, I'm all good. It's been a great show, and
you're gonna go off to see
you later.
We'll be back.
Infinity War.
We'll be back April. No, yeah, sorry, not April. March. May 12th. Sorry, May 12th. We'll be back with episode 9. So you should come back here. As again, we're doing every other Saturday. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Until then, we will catch you guys next time.
Next time.
Thank you for listening to the Morning Metro. All stories and articles belong to their respected companies. Songs used for broadcasts. Intro music, Retro Funky by Persephone. Remix by Sundance. Outro music, 305 by Approach Nirvana. All music belongs to their respected copyright holders. For article submissions, questions, comments, or concerns, please email us at themorningmetro@gmail.com.